Morning and welcome to Gardening 365 81. And very soon I've got a new project, and that's it. I've done a beekeeping course, I've got my bee suit, and yesterday I picked up my very first hive, and that's what it looks like. It's on a stand at the moment. That's not in its place where it's going to go, so I've got to prepare all of that, but I've got now till about April, May to get this set up fully. The hive itself is set up of 3 sections. You've got the very bottom part, which is called the brood box, and that's where the queen lives. Then you go up, and then at this level you'll notice a little break, and that's what's known as a queen excluder, and that's to stop the queen going up into the next level, which is called a super, and this is where the honey's collected. Up one level, another super, and then on the top there's the lid, and the lid is made out of some sort of stainless type stuff that doesn't rust. Okay, so if you want to see more of this over the next few weeks, months, you'll see me setting up my beekeeping setup, and this is for as much gardening as it is for collecting honey, because obviously if we've got pollinators in the garden, we are going to have a very healthy setup, and that's part of my permaculture setup that I want to sort of continue. And now from here I'm going to take this down and put it in a dry place until it's ready to come out. And this at the moment is cedar. Cedar will look after itself. The hive is cedar, the stand's pine, but what I will be doing is putting some linseed oil on it as well, so that's a job to do, not today but in the future. And just look at the quality of the woodworking skills. I've not made this, by the way, but wow, it is really great quality. And I'll keep it in the dry until I'm ready to do some more work on it. But I am chuffed to bits with that. And again, I'm chuffed to bits with this. This is one of my Calabrese that's grown over the winter. It's looking great, and the reason why I'm so pleased about it, the greenhouse has got panes missing, so this is apt to go down to 0 and below maybe temperature wise, and I think it's done really well, and that's going to be on our Sunday dinner plate tonight. Now my piece of advice, if you have any Calabrese grown in your garden, don't cut it here, cut it right down here, and then use the stalk to make stock for your gravy. And also our dogs love to eat the stalk as well, it's their favourite. Next year's garlic looks to have overwintered well. Looks like there could be 1 or 2 missing, but garlic is a really strange thing. Sometimes they take ages to germinate, but they'll come eventually, so pleased with them. And now is the perfect time of year to take down your autumn fruiting raspberries. I'm going to cut these about 2 or 3 inches off the ground, and the tops, they'll go for compost. And when you've finished with your raspberries, I just chop them up fairly small, not really small, and place them in the compost bin, and they rot down really well. And I've taken them all down now, and that'll encourage new growth, and hopefully fantastic raspberries later on in the year. And just to prove nothing goes to waste,
Not in this house!
this is the Calabrese that we had for our Sunday dinner last week. Now we ate the heart of it for our veg. We used some of the stalk to make vegetable stock. When we cooked the vegetable stock, the bits that were left over were given to the dogs. And now the very last bit of it, the roots and the hard stalk, I've chopped up, and I'm going to use this in my worm compost. Nothing really does go to waste in this house, I promise you. And just placed it into the worm compost, and hopefully they'll start munching on that. You can see a worm there. I don't know if he's going for it straight away, but I'm sure they're going to enjoy that. And today it's wet and horrible, so I decided to come into the greenhouse and put some chilies up. There's all sorts there. That's it, all potted up now. I'm going to take them back in the house in the warm. It's far too cold in the greenhouse at the moment. And hopefully lots of good chilies, Scotch bonnets, Dorset naggers. There's some chocolate peppers there. I think that's about it. Oh, a long one as well. Mild chilli in there as well. All sorts. Well, that concludes this week's episode of Gardening 365 81. Join us next time for Gardening 365 82. Bye.